My mind's telling me no. But my body, y'all know that song? And it ain't no different than your life. When it comes down to your mind and your emotions, your feelings, going against each other, but which one end up winning for the most part? It's all about the mind, but which one end up winning? R. Kelly like that bump and grind, right? And sometimes we've given it to our feelings and emotions plenty of times, even though our mind is telling us one thing. Like, you got to know when to be logical. A lot of times I'm going to tell you to go with your gut, go with your intuition. But sometimes it's different with the emotions. That's when emotions and feelings kind of go against each other too. You know what I mean? When you start getting certain urges, whereas your mind is getting pushed by the wayside, is what the old folks will say. And when you give in to certain urges that you have, and when sometimes it's just your feelings, something ain't right. You sitting here, knowing that you shouldn't be doing this, or this is not the right way to go, but because of you having feelings tied to this and feelings tied to that, you go in and you give in to those feelings and emotions. You see what I'm saying? Do not get them mixed up with your intuition. Do not do that. Think about that song for those of you guys that know. I don't care what you got to say when it comes to R. Kelly. We all did some bumping and all that to this music, because the guy makes great music. But man, I could go on about that. We ain't gonna do that. Those urges that you have you taken the time out to wonder why? Why am I about to give in to this? Why are these urges overpowering me? I know what's going to happen after this happens. And it's not just sexually, don't get me wrong. Apply it to where it needs to be applied to. I know the outcome. But I want to go ahead and partake in this. This is why it's important to know yourself holistically. Even as far as not putting yourself in certain situations. And also pulling yourself out of certain situations. I do that a lot. I notice that I say one thing sometimes and I flip it. Why? Because, there are opposites to everything. Let me see. We're going to say even this penny. It has the same value as 1 cent over here in the U.S. But it has a head side and it has a tail side. Even when it goes to, the value is not even considered sometimes when we go to look what they say. When you find it on heads, it mean one thing. When you find it on tail, it mean one thing. But it's still a penny. And it also depends on what is coming from behind it. Where did your teachings come from? Me finding this on head because I'm told it's good luck, I sometimes will go and overlook a penny that's on tails. I don't do that no more because a penny is a penny to me. And that's what it is. So when it comes down to your mind and your emotions and your feelings, it's still a part of your body. Each one of them play a role. But if you know that it's still you holistically, and you know that there are still outcomes and circumstances, why not get to know the source of it all? All is well, my boss fam, as it will be. I am the leading boss lady, and I'm loving y'all. And I love you even more for loving me. Hit my elbow. I shake